Alright, so we're gonna do a video recapping everything we've covered for the last few weeks. And we spent a lot of time thinking about side control and moving our hips and basically body surfing so that we can do our positioning. And we've gone over a couple of different ones, the nutcracker and the knee on belly stuff. So we'll do those. I'm a top cross-facing person when I'm in side control, but a lot of people like to do this too, so you just do you. I like to be on top so I can post right on their face and my hand is free to do stuff. So for the nutcracker, I switch up my hips so that my hips are facing the person's head, and then I can either already be blocking the head or maybe they're looking at me. I can block or push it away, it don't matter. And you're just gonna step up. Now this is the important thing, is that their face is between your hamstring and your calf. Every now and again, they might have picked up their head and you somehow can hook like this, but this kind of limits your mobility, so I like to be more like this. I like to post on this opposite hip to try to reduce spinning. I also like to grab the far elbow to reduce spinning, so if she tries to spin into turtle, it makes it a little bit harder. If she turns away from me into turtle, it also makes it much harder to do. Although, obviously, in free rolling, depending on the intensity, they can still get out from underneath you. So this is a good position. I don't have to worry about legs. And I'm just nice and base, and I'm not up high, and I'm not too far over. I'm like just sitting back in my base. We have the near side attacks and the far side, and I'm a big armbar person. You can obviously do all your Kimuras and stuff, no problem. So if she starts to turn away from me, like basically giving her back, that exposes this arm and the back of her shoulder blade. So I like to do inside control, and I grab again that far arm. And I'm gonna lean towards your head so that my footy can come open. So maybe you wanna come over here real quick. Right now, I have this like death fish foot where my instep is along the mat. I'm gonna lean so that my toes can start to come up. I'm gonna pinch right at the back. That's coming open over the regular foot to becoming more of an active foot. So I'm gonna lean, open up that foot, and then I just kind of fall back, pinching these knees. And since I have this far arm, she can hitchhike her very well, right? And turning in and all that good stuff. And I kind of sometimes only think about the far arm as I lean towards the head and finish my arm bar. And then what we did was, since I have this inside arm controlling, this is great. I can lean towards the head and go back to a full crossbody armbar. Again, knees pinched. You can do a Ronda Rousey style where you're crossing, have the body leg be the one that's on top if you're going to do that. I've even seen people pinch here and elongate that leg along the head. These are all fine options for you to do. Okay, I can go into a mount by releasing that forearm and hopping right into my little S mount, and maybe I have it really cradled. If I want to get out of that, all I'm doing is straightening out my leg and going into now a beautiful high mount where my knees are up in the armpits. Some people are like big base. I'm more of a pincher, and I just body surf, whatever you want to do. We'll get back out onto side control. To do that, I did this one technique where if they bump me, let's say they bump me that way, that allows me to open up this hip, and I just slide down back into my side control. Back in the nutcracker. Okay, we did the near side arm, so now maybe they turn into you, and we could do the far side. If the arm was just where it was, you have to move it because you can't. It's going to be too hard to do your movements with the outside arm. So yeah, you want it here. Most, blue belt and higher are not going to do this one. They're going to do what Mackenzie just did, where they're going to block right here. So you either force it by getting it so that you can get your underhook, whatever you need to do. So now I like to grab at the armpit, not so much at the tricep and elbow right here. And again, because they're turning into you, that's allowing this shoulder blade to be exposed. I'm going to move my foot right here, and this time you do have to grab onto something so that you can do that beautiful pivot. Okay. Again, knees nice and tight. So if she's not grabbing, boom, I can just take the arm, or if she's grabbing, you have all of these things. You can grab that far arm, come back, and do all this good stuff. Come back in. So those were the two nutcracker ones, was the near side arm bar and the far side arm bar. And now let's go back to the side control. The other stuff is in the knee on belly. So you can post off the mat onto them. You can post off their face. Whatever you want. So mean. Again, I'm being a little nice because my toes are still on the mat, but when I'm really mean, I'm leaning into them completely. My toes are off the mat and my instep of my foot is hooking along the rib cage. I can be grabbing both hands on the head, one and one, or just loosey-goosey waiting for them to do some movements. This foot needs to be pretty far away so that she can't scoop it, so I don't want to be too close. Although there are these type of variants of side control, these little froggy type side controls. These are really good. So you do you. Lots of different movements. Again, she can turn into me, and I'm going to hook. I have to hook with this arm. I can't arm bar. If it feels weird right off the bat, you know you're grabbing with the wrong outside arm. So use the inside arm. Again, pushing that head. I'm going to bring my footy and my shin right to this shoulder blade, and I can grab. Or sometimes you don't have anything to grab. You're no gi. You're going so fast, and you'll just spin and take the arm bar. Okay. This time I'm underneath her armpit. All good. You can still do all of these same motions that we did before. Everything chains together. Okay. That was the far side, near side arm bar. Near side can get a little nasty. If they just turn away from you, you can grab with any hand you want and jump into it. Okay. What I mean that is a little nasty is if she's pushing on my hip, okay, I can grab at the sleeve and start to do these type of motions. And here, I need to be a little bit careful because I almost have like an overhook. So I'll sit, this is one of the only times I'll sit first before I finish my arm. Works even better, I think, when they're pushing on your hip, that you grab at the tricep. Now you really have an overhook. You have to be super careful when you jump into it, that you're giving your partner time to tap because you will break their arm on the way down. The last one we did from knee on belly wasn't a submission, but was a movement drill where we're in normal knee on belly position, and then we switch to reverse knee on belly. Whatever side my foot is on, my hand comes on that same side. My bottom's going to slide along the body as I back step into my S-mount. This is a little bad of an S-mount because she has both of her arms underneath my legs. So preferably, I'm on my knee on belly. I switch to reverse. Is that I catch at least one leg. This one's even more beautiful because now you have all of those triangles that you can do. So body surf and you'll be good to go. And now we're doing, I guess we'll just do the one that we did today too, which is traditional mount, starting with a sequence. Sweating everything. Pesa or scarf hold, holding at the tricep, holding my own hamstring. Try not to grab down here, just crunch them up. I move to the armpit to block and start to transition into my tabletop. Okay, sprawl out, that opens up my hip. Blocking here again, blocking. And when I take my mount, I'm gonna do a low mount into a grapevine so that I'm kind of parachuting. Another option, see how I'm over the head and the armpit, is you can either be on top of the face or under. This gives you a little bit more security. You can also grab here. This is a great type of hold. And I sometimes like to bring the legs to me. And it's about timing, because if I'm not smart, she'll trap my legs. So you gotta time it. You don't wanna chill here for too long. And if it goes like that, that's okay. High mount, I like to grab at the head, and I get my knees really high in those armpits. Back to a low mount for my dismount. I definitely want to grab at the behind the head when I dismount. I don't want to dismount with my elbow over here because this doesn't go right for me. Oops, sorry. So I like to grab here. My leg was up in the armpit, my knee. So I'm just sliding along the body and the mat. Not chilling here too long. Big scorpion kick. Nice good pose. Leaning into them. So on the off chance, well, maybe not an off chance, a good chance that she starts to turn into me as I'm scorpioning, I'm having a good pose to block wherever I need to. I use my head a lot in side control. And then we went back. And now you're just doing the nutcracker, knee on belly, traditional mount, all at the same time spinning around the person body surfing. Okay, so we'll continue that stuff. That was like the last, 4 or 5, 6 weeks worth of stuff. This is Mackenzie. Good day.